Hey, what's up, man? So we got Poetik Flakko in the building today, man. What's good, bro?
Man, bro, I'm chilling with it.
Guys, what's up, man? This is a long time coming. Now, I first found out about you when I was scrolling around during some of the crazier things that was going on in hip hop, like a few months back, or like even a year back, man. And you
Some
were
police
consistent.
activities.
Yes, you were consistent, bro. You were
Yeah.
consistent on it, and I was like, and when you're consistent on it, you're doing your thing. You notice other people who are doing their thing, and it's obvious that it's paid off for you in a major way. You're obviously working for NoJumper, doing big things over there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bro, listen, those times, and those crazy too, because it like happened fast, right? Because I was like grinding and doing the like conscious Umar Johnson ish, but then the young dolphin kind of like took me from like, I don't know, like 1,000 subs to like 15, like, just like this.
Crazy, man. So
Yeah.
from 1,015, and I remember I'd be on stream, and sometimes you'd be in there shouting out, and I'd be like, "Oh, what's up, man? I see you moving, I see your motion."
Yeah,
And
man.
then I got with you on social media, and like I said, man, you didn't blow it up. You didn't blew up
Y-
on me.
Yo, listen, and here's why, like, and you were so dope, right? Because, bro, let's be real. Like, folks in this, I call our new space as the new media, right? It's the new media now, and a lot of bloggers in this new media, bro, like, yo, they some hating. Like, look, like for example, bro, like I like linked up with no, sorry, not linked up, right? But I like DM like this like guy called Ash Boy Plug, right? Or Plug Boy Ash, right?
Mhm.
And bro, like, like we linked, well, linked up, like we talking and we cool, right? And we chatted up, and I thought it's all good. And I checked the following day, I'm blocked, right? And then
Crazy.
yeah, and then like my like chat is telling me, yo, and he blocked you on Instagram because y'all two did a similar documentary or a similar video, and he feels like you was jacking him. What? Like, bro,
What?
come on, bro. Like what I just tell me.
Yeah, like I would say something, but like to be honest, nobody has any any ownership over any of the topics that we all discussed. Let's be
Nah,
honest.
man.
And
Nah.
and to be hating is I don't get it, man. Like when you reached out to me and I reached out to you earlier in the days, like maybe last year sometime, I'm always willing to help and say what's up. Like I got a
Yeah,
couple
of
of people.
course.
I got one of my homeboys. I still haven't met dude. His name is Bacc, and he's trying to do his thing, and he's really really small, but he's trying to learn the game and whatnot, man. And I
Is he
don't see
good?
that wrong with that.
Is he good?
He's all right. He's all right. I'll say on the
Nah, nah. But is he good though? Like you can tell, like for example, right? Certain guys, Woody, like you can tell, yo, he's coming. Like
yeah,
he is coming.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so
If I
is
was
he
to give
good?
him advice, I would
Yeah.
say that his videos are good, his visuals are good, his clips are definitely good. But as far as
Yeah.
like his consistency for upload is not there yet. You know what I'm saying? He needs to upload more.
Mm. And like, okay, so like, how's his commentary skills?
They're good. No, they're good. They're good. He's
All right.
very yeah, he's very good. It's all about his consistency. Like I think that's why you take off so far, and that's why you do so well right now. Just because you're consistent, bro. And you do a lot. You working over at No Jumper, then you jumping back, and then you doing a live stream all this morning. When I
Mm-hmm.
let you know we were gonna do an interview today, and I sit back and laugh. I'm like, okay, this joke is grinding. I like this. You know.
Yeah, man. You feel me? Yo, they're not facts.
I like to see the grind. So, man, let's talk about you a little bit, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where you come from, for real, man? Like, I know there's been a lot of
man.
debate about that. It's gotten messy. What's up? Where you
Yo,
from?
bro. Listen, man. Like the Philly Flacco has been like one of the biggest memes, but also too is like I'm grateful for that because like that's kind of been like my like kind of like redemption arc, right? So, all right. So, born in Liberia,
Okay,
uh, moved to Fargo, right? Now, my father like was always like back and forth, right? From Fargo to like Liberia, right? Just back and forth, right? And eventually though, and he just moved just back in 2010, right? So now he's like back home. But when I moved to Fargo, my dad was back and forth, right? So like when he leaves and like go back to Liberia, right?
Mhm.
I will move to like Philly, right, to stay with like my guardians and shit like that, right?
Okay.
Right. So here's the complete timeline. I'm talking about the complete timeline. So I moved to Fargo when I was about like 3 years old. And then at the end of 7th grade, in the 8th grade, we moved to Philly because my dad had left, right?
Okay.
So from at the end of 7th grade towards 8th grade to 11th grade, I was in Philly. But my sister had graduated college now. So once she graduated college, I had left my aunts and uncles back in Philly and moved back to live with my sister. So then I moved back and spent my senior year in Fargo.
Okay, that's a perfect timeline. Now that sounds about as consistent as you said it, man. I know it got super messy up there at NoJumper, man. You had your man Lush. You had to call him out for the fade. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, cause look, right around that time, bro, like it felt like, bro, like, is there like a conspiracy right now to end my run and send me a message? Right, like exactly what's going on, right? So like when I just seen how things was handled, I thought, feel me, bro, there's something is up right here, right? Now, even like the Philly thing, I really wasn't even tripping on, right? Is when like the fans started trolling coworkers, right? By pulling up like paperwork of some random dude with like a different name, right? Again, a different name, a different like date of birth, and dude's picture is even on his mugshot as well. So they found paperwork of a dude who was like a
Whoa.
yeah, right, and who's on the again, his picture is there.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
It's clear again, it's clearly not me. The dude picture is on his mugshot. It's clearly not Flakko.
You know, they killing me lately with this fake paperwork, man. That's been
Right.
it. Like, I know you've been watching that too, man. And I just was talking to TTE Naughty about this.
Yeah.
Like, they out here doing this fake paperwork, bro. Like, and I hate that somebody did that to you, man. And then your man's ran with it. But I think, man, and this is and I want you to continue this story, but this is my outsider's look at what was going on during that time, because all I do is watch YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I watch you guys, I watch NoJumper religiously, right? And to be real, it seems like over there, it would always be somebody's turn. Like it would always be somebody's turn to get picked on. Some people fought back. Some people knew it, felt like it was coming. Everybody was on them. So they would lash out early, like say like T Rell, when they had the whole situation with the show or whatever in Las Vegas or whatever. It just seemed like it would move from one person to the next. And you ended up handling it the best way that you could. But but the final point would be that NoJumper Reddit is one of the wildest Reddits I've ever seen.
Yo, bro, listen, like that Reddit is like Armageddon, bro. Like it's like, listen, like how I describe it, right? Is like, and it's like a movie, right? And your goal is to never be the main character, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because the day that you're the main character is the day that you're in like, in like a mess, right? Right? Like, so for that is, you feel me? Like to Reddit, like once you realize, bro, like everybody gets a turn and like you aren't like really like concerned with it. Like, for example, I feel like where like Lush's downfall, like happened, bro, is like Lush, and he took too much stock in like into the Reddit, and like it affected him too much, right? Like, like so like he would be like, like commenting, like trying to steer away narratives, even like, like having issues with other coworkers, a la myself, because he felt like my quote unquote Discord armies or fans was flooding the Reddit with Lush one hate, right? So that Reddit had a bunch of power, but where me and Lush and had issues at was when they took the paperwork with just my last name. Again, Jala is a very common Liberian last name.
Okay. And
they took my last name, which was on some other dude's paperwork, because the dude name was also Jala, and they claimed that was me, right? Because again, like
you
the
broke
jokes,
up that
the
last
thing,
part. You're froze.
Sure. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you better now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So my last name is Jala, and they found paperwork of another guy named Jala, and they try to say that that was me, but it's a different name, different date of birth, different picture. And that's where me and Lush kind of like had issues at, right? Because I feel like, listen, like the Philly thing, jokes, like the thighs, the big boy jokes, cool, stinky, cool. But once you start to actually play these into these narratives and try to actually like smear a nigga name,
Yeah, put
that
some smut on you. Hey, hold up
yeah,
now. You know what
yeah,
I'm
you feel
saying?
me? Not facts.
Ain't nobody going for that. I
Nah,
wouldn't go for that. You know what I'm saying?
at,
It ain't
at
going
all.
down like that. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
goes to another point, man. Now, everybody wants to know, man. Did you
So,
get you got put on the set, man? What happened?
hell nah. You listen, bro. Like, listen. So first off, never, right? Never. Right. So exactly like what happened was like when you come to LA and you're in this industry, right? Like everybody here is a part of a gang. Everybody, right? You're either Crip, Blood, or like you're part of a gang. So when you meet like certain people and start to align yourself in terms of business, right? It turns the business turn into friendship. So like now you have genuine friendships. And for me, it just so happened that all the dudes that like reached out to me first when I first got here and we was working on some solidish, they all just happened to be Crips, right?
Yep.
But bro, I would never join the gang because one, bro, like I just like see that as like why, right?
Yeah, good
Why,
point.
right? As a grown 24-year-old man,
There
why
you
would
go.
I now choose to hop in a gang? You know, that's just dumb.
Yeah, you grown, man. And you got a job, you got stuff to do, man.
Man, come on now,
That's
bro.
for somebody who don't care about life or young kids. Like, most people join gangs when they're like 13, 14 and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But it
not now. What do you like? Listen, we see a lot of these rappers who joining gangs at 30, 35, you feel me, 25, and getting extorted out here.
you talking about Yellow Hill? I think that's his name is. That was the drama.
Nah. Hey, listen, man.
Let
Listen,
me
like
stop
not
because
him.
I don't know him
But
for a fact.
nah, yeah, him. I don't know, but there's speculations that that like Soldier Boy joined a gang at like 25. You feel me? Right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of rappers, and who come here and get extorted.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's avoidable because of the way the landscape in LA is, I don't think, right? Because
Yeah,
as soon as you kind of link up with somebody, it seems like, man, you're kind of affiliated. But if you want to pay the money and really start throwing up stuff, you're really tripping. I know you know that. I ain't preaching to you. It just
yeah.
seems like the way that LA is, it's more of a culture. It's not
Mhm.
like the rest of the country where like some dudes might be from a hood or whatever, and they just decide to throw it, whatever. Nah, it's a culture. Like everybody has to deal with it and move around it. I mean, is that true?
Here, bro, listen, right? So how and I pretty much learned, bro, is stay out of Negro activities. Now, when I say Negro, right, I'm just like talking about like the activities, right? Meaning like the going to the clubs and rolling in certain crews and environments, right? Right? Like look, look, right? Like the country star and who comes here and they have no issues. You feel me? Right? Like Harry Styles don't have no issues. Justin Bieber's don't have no issues, right? Like, the pop stars and YouTubers and who come here don't have no issues, right? So it's all about just secure your environment and know like who you're coming around, right? And if you want no issues, just stay out of the activities, man. It's facts.
That's a quotable right there. That might go viral because and it's right on, man. It sounds about right because
Yeah, fact. Come on now.
you made a valid point. You say, yo, man, when it comes to like these other stars, like in pop culture and stuff like this, they don't even have to worry about it. But when it comes to rap, it's like you had
Yeah.
Kodak Black get shot out there. You had some other
And
cats.
Woody, look, right? Like, look, bro, like the one time in Justin Bieber's career where he had the most issues was when he was out here like rolling around with the gang members. You feel me? Right? Like club to clubs. I'm talking about like he was like Bacc, right? Feel me? Right? And he had like shirt off, tattoos, right? And when he was in his hip hop phase, I'm talking about, bro, he was getting in mad issues, right?
Trouble, yep.
Getting arrested. Now, and he's with like the pop stars with the models. and he ain't have no issue since.
Yep, I think you're right. We're gonna claim that as fact, man. If you stay
Yeah.
away from the Negro activities out there, you'll be perfect, man. Hang out with some clean cut pop kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a little
No,
harder
facts.
for when you come from say you come from gangster rap or something like that. But hey, you can get you some friends in a different environment. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course.
I'm pretty
Yeah, of
sure.
course you can.
I'm pretty sure you enjoy yourself out there and you find ways to do things safe. But
No, facts.
but most of your time, I'm sure, is spent at NoJumper, right?
Nah, bro. Listen, I'll be real. Like, NoJumper has provided us with the freedom to kind of like. So, for example, when I do like interviews, so let's say I do like 2 interviews or 3 interviews a week, right? My like interviews last about an hour or 2. So let's say I'm there for 6 hours max, right? Like plus the news. So let's say news is probably like 2 hours. I do it like 3 times a week. So I'm like in the NoJumper office probably like for 12 hours a week, right? But I do like social media. So like the majority of my time is posting on like social media, right? But like all together, bro, filming, bro, like I'm just home, just making content.
Okay. And anybody who knows what it is with making content, it's a full-time job like a mug, man. It's like, man, it's all day looking at stories, reading up, getting your facts. I'm sure you have your guys that you work with, like everybody else who goes and fact finds for you and stuff like that, or get history and stuff. So it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for the weak. And if
Yeah,
you notice, you talked about when you first got into it, how there was cats who were hating. Yeah, man, I noticed that too. There was cats who just was not friendly with it. But a lot of those guys, they don't even do it anymore. They like, once all the stories started kind of dying down with everybody getting shot every week and stuff like that, even though it still happens and whatnot, a lot of those guys, man, they couldn't maintain. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yo, here, right? So also too, bro, that's why I always just distinguish, right? A creative opposed to somebody who just do content. You see, a creative is somebody whose brain is just wired differently, right? Because for example, bro, like I always like described it as like the worst curse ever, right? Is to be a creative. Meaning, bro, like you wake up every day and you say, yo, I am thinking about the greatest ideas ever. I describe it as, imagine like waking up every day and having to walk in the hood with 20 billion, right? Now look, if I wake up, right, and say, yo, I have this great idea, it's $1 million idea, I have to enact on it. So now you start to work on it. And then you get another brilliant idea. And then another one, and then another one, right? And then eventually, within 24 hours, and you have $10 million ideas that you truly believe is going to get you out the hood. So now you're going to bed anxious, like, yo, I have to finish all of this or else somebody else is going to steal it. And then you wake up on day 2 and get another 10. Day 3, another 10. Day 5, another 10. By the end of the week, and you have 100 ideas, and you are just riddled with anxiety, feeling like, yo, I have to enact on this, right? So, like, opposed to just being a content creator who just make content and you really don't even, like, right? It's no thought into it. You feel me? Like, it's just trendy news, right? Right. So, like, that's why like the content creators will come and go. The creators, bro, will always be here forever.
Yeah, because I think it's a different mentality, man.
Of course.
Like you said, man, you wake up, you're like, nah, I gotta do something, or I gotta try this, or I gotta try that. You know what I'm saying?
It's an itch.
Yeah, you gotta try different things and try to see if you can be successful in that as well. It's a gift and a curse, like you said, man. That's for real.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Now, there's been some changes up there in your at NoJumper, right?
Man, bro. What, bro? Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. Like almost like what? Like 5 left, I think? 5 or 10? Yeah.
That is crazy, man. Now, I never met these cats, but when I think of NoJumper, especially during its resurgence and going in after the or into the pandemic or whatnot, right? AD, T Rell, like when T Rell first joined, I was like, yo, that dude spitting, you know what I'm saying? AD, definitely. You know what I'm saying? When like that new group, Sharp, that new group. I don't know. It just seemed like it was the Avengers, man, of NoJumper, man. Y'all really had everything together, man. But somehow Thanos still got all of the Infinity Rings and broke y'all apart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, here, right? But like people knew though that was inevitable, right? Like look, like now like when it comes to like business, right? And being an employee, especially bro in 2023, bro, where there's such a stigma on being an employee, bro, that like if you're, let's say, like T Rell, who is doing 9 to 15,000 live stream viewers, right?
Yeah, crazy.
Right?
Back on Figg, they've been killing it.
Yeah, right, bro. Like if you're doing 9 to like 15,000 like live stream viewers, you're the #1 music podcast in the world.
I saw that. They beat
right?
Joe Blanton's, right?
Yeah,
They're #1 music podcast in the world.
They beat Joe, Drinks Champs, everybody.
Yeah, I was like, wow, for Smack and T Rell, that's huge. For them, that's huge. But when they did that collab with Culture Kings, I already my antennas really went up. I was like, hold up, they're behind the scenes making some real moves out here.
Who's that though?
Culture Kings. It's a clothing store / brand, and they did a collab in Vegas. They went out to Vegas and did one. Back on Figg did that. And I was in my head, I was like, that's a big move. And they weren't even as big as they are now. Like now they're like super duper huge through the roof.
I truly felt like, bro, like and both sides was just doing like what was best for them. You feel me? Right?
Okay.
Right? You know, but like one side felt like, yo, listen, man, like we is outgrowing this, right? So like if we see like anything that we're uncomfortable with, there's really no incentive now to stay because all of our like platforms now do about 5 at the minimum to about 15, 20,000 at the max, right? Like live stream viewers. So like, is there really an incentive to stay if my platform is already booming like this?
And them cats hit the ground running. They even you know, your homies in them, AceBoy, the AceBoy pun in them, or the AceBoy network or whatever they got. No, I was watching them the other night, man. They were killing it. Now they selling. That's a whole wild thing going on over there. They're selling shorts for ladies. You seen that? Yeah. Well, that's the homies. That's your homies and stuff. I don't mean your homies like that. But
AceBoy, listen. Like the AceBoys Worldwide show is the best show on the planet, bro. I'm talking about female getting sucked, bro, on YouTube too with that, bro. It's the best show in the world. Yeah, bro, fam. Like you have like 3 to 4 different shows that are like really successful. So at that point, it's like why not leave?
Yeah, makes sense. No, it makes perfect sense. And shout out to them guys. But the crazy part is, obviously, you lose that big team. They're all doing big things, going on, being great, right? Now you have this new kind of positive, more political direction that NoJumper's going into, right?
Yeah.
So, do you feel like it's more kind of morphing into like a Nelk Boys, Andrew Schultz type of vibe?
I don't. So no, right? Like because we're still doing like the underground rappers. So now here's my question, right? And like we are all students of YouTube. Now, like we know that right now that the space that hip hop is in, or hip hop media, is not an exciting stage no more. In 2015, 2016, that was the exciting stage when we had the Pumps, the X, right? Like those guys were coming out and they was like, it was a real exciting and striving scene.
Correct.
Right now, we no longer have that excitement. Now, listen, the like closest thing to that is the Bronx drill, right? But that's too niche space, right? Like we no longer have that. So now you like have to like sit around and say, damn, bro, like there's really no exciting content no more in hip hop, right? And all of the exciting content that the culture, in terms of hip hop culture, is gravitating towards, is the manosphere, is the red pill, it's the political debate of streaming, right? So if my audience is gravitating towards that type of content, why wouldn't I do it, right? Like for example, bro, like the numbers don't lie. When Destiny, when the red pill stuff, when Sharp does his, like females, the red pill, the Destiny stuff, the political streaming, those do 500,000 to 1 mil.
Yeah, like I see it. Like, and you
Yeah,
like your boy is fresh and fit too. Like,
yeah.
and that's a perfect example. And Just Pearly Things. Like,
Oh, she
man,
out of here now.
yeah, she out of here. I've been I've been watching a little bit of that. Maybe I could ask you about that later. But when it comes to numbers, I think they said she did something like 90 mil in a month, like 90 million views a month. That is in a month. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, right. But when I like say though that like she's out of here, I'm saying like her career is about to be done with, right? Because here's why, right? So like she came and through the back door of the Black manosphere,
Yep.
right? So when you come through the black door of the Black manosphere and you present yourself as an ally who I only date Black men, you feel me? Right? I'm an advocate for Black men and the plight they go through, and then you bring on Nick Fuentes. Now, bringing on like Nick Fuentes is nothing wrong with it, but when you conduct a softball interview with Nick Fuentes, it kind of like act like oblivious and act dumb and kind of like co-sign a lot of things he says.
It was cringy.
That's what
It was cringy, man. It was cringy. I'm not gonna lie. And that clip went viral with him talking to the Italian girl, and they're talking about race and stuff like that. And if you notice, man, with my platform, I seldom ever curse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course not.
I seldom ever talk about race or politics. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But I watch it all. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I saw her rise, and I saw how she was using a lot of Kevin Samuels talking points and things like that. And I was like, okay, so it was odd at first because she's obviously from a different community. And she was using the talking points from something that we had all kind of fostered around as a hip hop / Black manosphere community, people who watch all that stuff, right?
Fact.
And for her to then have that platform propel her to the heights of things and to platform an open racist, I don't know, man. That was
Nah, listen though, right, but bro,
bad look, bad move.
Nah, hey, but look, bro, like, and I have no issue with platforming, right?
Okay.
Like, but when you platform, you have to like provide air. So there's really two type of interviews. Interview where you are co-signing or you are kind of like pushing back, right? So if you have a dude, like if you have a dude like Nick Fuentes coming on, you don't get the luxury of saying, yo, I'm oblivious, I don't know what's going on, especially if you're white. Meaning, bro, like listen, if a like Jesse Lee Peterson, right? Right? If he brings on like you know, like and Nick Fuentes and does the team, bruh, like that's like that's expected, right? Because he's a but if you're a you have to consistently prove to us that you're not racist.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Right.
I agree with all that. Like that makes perfect sense because you're more likely for us to drop our guard with you. You know what I'm saying? We'll all we'll be like, okay, we'll drop our guard and give you the benefit of doubt on certain things and certain topics. But then when we hear that, it sounds a bit cringy. You know what I'm saying? And I know O'Shea, Duke Jackson, and MTR, they've kind of been on their heels or whatever, man, about that. I mean, and rightfully so. What do you think about like the King Rich's dude and and I know he's kind of in her network, but there was people who came back and responded to that on her behalf. And I don't know if it sufficed or it was good enough.
But listen, bro, like so and I like so when I like watch in her and like in her stuff, right? I get really annoyed with her orbiters. Like for example, like King, right? Like the King Richard dude is the black guy with like the braids, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, bro. Listen, again, and anybody in defending in that interview is a listen, bro. Like, once you get past the age of less than like 19 years old, right? I feel like that and sympathy for like edge lord humor, I feel like that goes out the window, right? Like humor is no longer funny. So I believe that King Richards is like 30-something years old. So like I guess you have to like bend over to, you feel me? And like protect your spot, right? But like, come on, bro, like that was flagrant and it was foul, right? Like you have to provide a counter opinion, meaning, bro, like JustPearlyThings and her bringing and him on, like just to sit there and just to like co-sign, act oblivious, act stupid. That's a foul look, and I don't think that any black person, right? Whether you're or just like being fed by her, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you defend that, bro, use a butter biscuit eating.
Hip hop, but like you said, you guys are still platforming rappers. You're having the newest rappers come out there. I see you guys are still dropping interviews, so you don't think you're going to be going like the Andrew Schultz Nelk Boys way, because the Nelk Boys, it seems like their audience listens to them talk about a wide spectrum of topics, and it's in a friendlier environment, and it has kind of a frat boy type of vibe to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, bro. Fam, listen, bro. Like, if the goal and on YouTube is to give your audience the content they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, and if your audience is asking for more of this content, and you say, all right, cool, and here's this content, then I don't think people who is out of your audience can really kind of give you crap about it, right? So do I think that we are moving out of the hip hop? I don't, but I'll be real. The numbers when you have, let's say, a Destiny on versus the local rapper, the number shows that the audience is more tapped into the Destiny content, to the debating content, to the political content, the red pill content, opposed to hearing average rapper give an opinion that we don't give about, right?
Yeah,
so if people were smart, I feel like, and they would transition into more towards what their audience want, right? So as far as I know now, that I don't think there's any plans, but if, let's say, in 12 months, if folks want to transition into what their audience is looking for, I have no issues with it.
Yeah, makes sense. No, I understand from a business standpoint.
Yeah,
now compared to the old set and the old crew and stuff, do you think that it's changed the atmosphere there? Like, was there always that atmosphere of like, man, somebody might be getting into it today, type of deal? Because it seemed like that on the outside looking in, but maybe it might not have really been that.
Here, right here. Now, at some point, it was that, right? But bro, the guys who left though, were the guys who were not in the drama, right? Like the guys who left, like T Rell, Duno, Smack, AD, bro, those were guys who were who were not a part of drama. Like the drama, sort of revolved around everybody else, right? But even like right now, bro, there was a big group meeting, bro, and bro, trust me, man, the atmosphere now is kind of like a right?
Yeah.
It's we got past the drama era, and everybody's seeing, this drama stuff is not conducive no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now people are saying, listen, there's zero tolerance for drama in the right. So because of that, the atmosphere now is more positive. But those dudes who left had no play, had no bearing on the drama going on. So them leaving, it was a big damper because those are the friends, those are big bros, right? Feel me, right? And those guys are very integral in the identity of what we have going on. So them leaving was a damper, but they had no play in terms of drama.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard that AD was leaving, I was shocked. I was like, because he was just I don't know, man. All through the pandemic, I want to say, and all through the time since then, he just seemed like a staple. And he would step in on some big bro type stuff and kind of squash things on air, which is kind of cool.
Big stepper.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a different direction, man. Now, like you said, you guys have gotten past that. Now you're on to more of the red pill type of content, which is taking off right now. Because I mean, people see these reports about the dating issues out there. You have, viral TikTok videos that are talking about the same thing. So, man, those things feed into each other. Now, with the breakup between things and you guys moving into a different direction, how do you say your relationship is with all these guys? Like, are you still cool with like Bacc on Figg? Like, we ever gonna see you there?
Yeah, bro. Listen, so yo, T Rell has been telling me, like, come on, right? Like, bro, right? But like, I'm gonna go on, like, I like probably like around. So I just launched like a new podcast, right? It's called the Poetik Flakko podcast. So I'll probably like go on probably after like my third or fourth episode, right? Now, in terms of like community, I've been there like twice already. I'm going back to AceBoys pun, right? So yeah, bro, listen, like I have personal like relationships with like all those guys, right? Man, like it doesn't change, it's just real, unfortunate, man, like because those guys to me, bro, were like, bro, like it doesn't get much better than like having a crew of like a T Rell, AD, you feel me, like a duo.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes you're familiar with and have a lot in common with, man, in the same circumstance, man. You had that camaraderie. Plus, y'all had that camaraderie on there, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That was dope, man. Now, what's crazy is I was gonna actually ask you about Destiny. Does he work there now, or is he?
Nah. Yo, bro, I seen this crazy rumor of like I think it's like just the fans that be capping, right? So I think a fan like posted on the Reddit, yo, Destiny got paid $100,000 to do it, right? And then like
what
fans like took that, huh?
100,000? I said what?
Yeah, right. Again, is obviously cap, right? So like the fans like took that and ran with it, and then like some of the employees started to like run with it, right? Until Destiny had to clarify, bro, like I don't even get my flights and hotels paid for. You feel me? Like
I've never got pocket, right?
Yeah, right. So right. So no, Destiny was not hired. And his friend was John Zerka.
Okay. Now this is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because Destiny, he was lurking for a while there, like in the comment sections of a lot of the, like when I used to watch Fresh and Fit a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you would look, you know how you could see who has a check in the comments, and you would always see Destiny in there. You know what I mean? I didn't know that dude was just this big YouTuber on his own. You know what I'm saying? It was a huge platform. But I was just wondering, did he work there now or whatnot? Because it seems like a lot of his content is being pushed,
Yeah, man. Nah, bro. Listen, I feel like So it's John Zerka. Now, Destiny and NoJumper have a great relationship, right? Because, bro, like when he comes on, he does numbers.
Yeah, it makes sense. No, I understand. I understand completely, man. And he comes with a political standpoint that a lot of people can't come with, which was weird. Is one thing I'll say about that guy Lush that I noticed in some of his interviews. This would amaze me. He would ask some really good questions. Like he was actually a decent interviewer. I don't know if y'all thought that or what. I don't know how the numbers panned out, but he seemed like that, man. Now, when his situation exploded right on live, camera, right, he got fired essentially right on live. How did that? What happened in the background there? Like, did you all start to worry? Like, hold up, am I on the chopping block too?
Nah. Yo, like here, right? So, all right. So it happened, I think Monday. And so Gina Views and got this new show called Bar City, right? Where people go and spit bars and write a song. So Lush was doing his thing. Now, I'm in the back, right? Eating my pork bowl. You feel me? Right? Right?
So, I'm a big eater too. I do big eating too,
Yeah, right? So like, and I'm chilling. I'm eating my pork bowl, you feel me, right? I got my AirPods in. And yo, guess what though? And I'm listening to Destiny, right? Like a positive listen to Destiny, feel me, chilling. So then I see Adam like walk by. I ain't think nothing of it. So while I'm eating, Josh like screams, "Yo, Flakko, pay attention into the screen."
Right.
So I said, "What?" All right. So I like took my headphones and then I look at the screen and I'm seeing Lush is getting fired on screen. I said, "What? Why?
That was
What?"
crazy.
Right? Because at this point, I had no idea like why Lush was getting fired. Right? Like I had no idea. So like once I actually like found out why he got fired, I said, like I can't fault nobody. You feel me?
Yeah, that was a little weird, man. So, do you think, like, your personal opinion? Do you think he was really deep in the comments, sharing stuff with people on online or whatever about information dealing with No Jumper? Or do you think it was just maybe somebody could have set him up or something?
Yeah. So in terms of like him doing it on a regular basis, and I don't know, but in terms of the Discord that day, and he did admit though that he did say those things that they accused him of, but he said though that like
To some guy
that
he knew, right, for a long time that got him
yeah.
the job or something like that, right?
No, right. So like okay, so like there's the moderator that we had called Guilty. And he's saying that Guilty and asked the question that he assumed he already know the answer, right? So pretty much like right, and AD was leaving the like Tuesday show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Guilty asked Lush, "Yo, look, I heard that there's going to be some changes into the Tuesday show that AD is leaving now." And he's just talking, meaning like he's just throwing paint at that wall and hoping it sticks, and not really understanding like yo, like there's actual talks behind the scenes like this, right? So Lush took that as, oh, he knows what's going on, and then Lush just spilled the beans and told him and everything thing that Adam told him. But then Guilty though, being the rat bastard that he is, and he turned around and told AD everything that Lush told him.
That's crazy.
And then AD told Adam, and then we have this.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So man, that's what started the chain reaction of all that played out on the screen.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Mhm.
I don't know. Have you checked on that dude? Like, did you have a relationship with Lush at all?
Yeah, bro. Like me and Lush like talk like and we talked for like 30 minutes yesterday. And he's coming on the first episode of my podcast on Tuesday.
Okay. Now your podcast is going to be on what? Is it going to drop on Apple or what is it gonna drop?
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna do a pre-recorded stuff on Tuesday, right?
Mhm.
And then drop it on Apple, Spotify, and like everywhere, right? And then I'll do like the live streams probably on Thursday, right? So so start off with like 2 episodes per week, yeah.
Okay, nice,
Oh,
nice.
yo, listen, I do got like 2 more minutes left.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
We just been chatting. Now what? And so let's speed back to the end, man. It says, so what are your expectations for the future?
Bro, listen, like, so I have my first like stand-up comedy show in
Wow.
2 weeks, right?
Wow.
So yeah, right. So bro, like, like the goal is just to, like diversify it, right? So and I do like plan on like contacting Duno and try to get like an internship at Power 106 too, right? So so bro, like it's like it's like to just diversify yourself and like again, like being attached to like a bigger brand, it's cool, right? But like as we've seen, bro, like with Lush, bro, like things can end like this, right? So like
Yeah.
right, so like you always want to be sure like you are able to stand on your own 2 feet, right? So so just in like in the next like 6 months, man, like my goal is to make sure like I'm able to stand on my 2 feet,
Bet. And man, we're gonna be pulling for you, man. I appreciate you showing up and checking in with us, man. You know what I mean? I'll probably post this and then, man, you know what I mean? Anytime you need anything, let me know.